I would say to you in an endurance race, or even if it's not an endurance race, just try your best not to give up. And what I'm trying to say is, if you have a kart problem, right, use your brain to try and maybe fix it on the track and just get the kart home. Alright? So even if you plummeted from, let's say, 3rd to 17th or something like that, just don't give up, right? Just keep going, just finish the race. It's very important because things will change like on the last lap, right? So just keep going. Second thing I would tell you to do is, every lap be a little conscious as a driver, don't be subconscious. So many race drivers or people who've been racing for a while become subconscious, which means they get comfortable with their atmosphere and they just do the input required, which is your brake, accelerating, turning. Be a little conscious by understanding the track a little bit. After all, you're going to be driving on it for 2 hours. How many hours? 45 minutes, okay. So even 45 minutes you're going to be driving around the same track, right? You want to understand which part has grip, which part does not. You're going to want to understand where could I later on in the race make a move. Where is this person quicker? Where am I quicker? Where am I losing? Where am I gaining? Right? So just be a little more conscious as a driver is what I would say. See what your priority is. So in case someone has a kart with a little bit of damage, then your top priority is to get the kart home whilst dealing with that damage, right? Don't go super close to a wall if you know that your left is understeering a little bit, or you know you are practically going to be driving that car for a while. It's going to be your home in short for a while. You're going to have to basically deal with just things the way it is for those 45 minutes. No more complaining, and it's not going to really help me much. Another thing I would say,
if you guys have any particular questions, you can ask. Could be anything. Apart from the endurance, like how driver should drive, like how we should tackle the situations. Those things you can ask.
Another thing, like I mentioned right in the start, and I mentioned in the start because it's a very important point, don't take it lightly. You are driving slicks as far as I know. The track is not a Silverstone track, right? It's got a good amount of maybe dust layer, and that's the case with practically all go-kart tracks there are. So don't spend the first few laps trying to make moves. You literally lose a lot more. You try going around the outside like Vettel or something, you're going to lose a lot more places because the inside might have way less dirt than the outside. It will still have dirt but way less. So everyone's just going to stick to the inside and you're going to lose maybe 3 positions because you're going to form a train, right? When you flag, that's an unnecessary penalty. Just have a clean race, alright? And speaking of clean, I'm repeating it again because it's a very important fact. If you're racing with slicks and the track is the way it is, it's slightly dusty, just be careful the first time you get out there. Don't be a hero, right? Just last the distance. Lasting long, better than maybe having a small move and then going nowhere, right?
One more thing, आपका प्रश्न हो कि आपने ना रेसिंग प्रॉपर होती है, यहाँ पे टीम भी है, हर एक ड्राइवर की 20 टीम मेंबर्स है, उनको डिस्ट्रैक्ट मत करो इवेंट के टाइम, वो यहाँ से जा रहा है, तो ऐसा कर, लैप मत बताओ, आपको लैप किसी को बताना है, जरा बोर्ड लो, खड़े रहो ऐसे किसी भी कॉर्नर पे, फिर ड्राइवर का फोकस सीधा रोड पे चाहिए, खुद के ड्राइवर को उसका नुकसान।
Are you going to be swapping drivers in between? No? Alright. Is there anything at any point where if you need to communicate with the driver, just my experience from doing endurance races in cars before, I mean it's a little too late to be doing this, but we usually have hand signals. That's when we used to swap and we needed to talk to pit, like the pit wall. So for instance, this is box now, or this is I have a problem, I need to box now. This is acknowledged, for instance. So if there are certain simple things you want to speak to your pit wall with, you can use these hand actions. Don't use other hand actions for other drivers, right? You don't want to land yourself well. Yeah. Just have a fun, clean race. It's a very hot afternoon. You're going to have less grip because of the dirt anyways. So just finish the race, right? Gun it for that. Think about your team. They put in a lot of effort. They're not doing it just so that you have an angry race. They're doing it so that you put your heart into the car. Right? At the end of the day, they're not able to demonstrate it on track. You are. Right? You guys are going to be able to do that. That's all. Any other questions, anything, even if you're more comfy asking me privately outside anything, I'm more than happy being open and short. Yeah?
He's a professional racer and a trainer also in a mentor in Mumbai. You can ask any questions, we can solve it. He's actually a mentor and trainer also in Go-Kart in Mumbai.
So anything in your mind you can ask.
If you're more comfy asking privately, because I guess that you all are sitting with your competitors too, right? That's cool with it.
So as track is 30, so do you need to just apply brake or we can just shoot there?
So here's what I would say. So you all are driving with gear cup?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Simple answer to this is you all are driving with sticks. Just get accustomed to the track initially, whether it's your braking or your gears. Maybe if your braking mark is 50 meters, in a simple example, maybe just brake a little earlier in the first few laps. Just understand what the car is going to do with the track in that situation. Every lap might feel a little different, but this is not a supremely high level. This is just your beginning. So just get used to the track the way it is. The first 2, 3, 4 laps if you need to, right? 45-minute race is a long bloody time. So the most important element is just stick to making moves when you're more comfortable and when you see it, when you actually see it. Another thing I would say to guys is don't hold people back unless it's maybe the last lap or the last 2 laps and you're really fighting for position. Because you're doing a lot of damage to your own self when you're taking a defensive line, when you're trying to move around. I get the track is quite narrow and your cars are 4.5 feet wide. It's not that difficult to hold someone back. But seriously think twice when it comes to maybe benefiting from what other people know, like another quicker driver. Let him by and just chase him, stick with him, right? And you're driving open wheel cars at the end of the day. One up and in the air or in the wall and it will not be nice, you know. I'm pretty sure your nose joints do break at times when you hit the tire to the wall and whatnot, right? So just be a little careful, you know. Get into the race, get into the momentum. Again, you all have not been practicing the entire day on this track either, right? You don't know the conditions and whatnot. So just get used to those things, let everything get rolling and then dive into moves or then go into moves. But until then, just keep it calm.
Sir, about the race, I don't think like our diving is allowed.
I'm not saying diving is allowed. I said get into making moves much later. Simple racing rules,
They are not
dive
allowed.
bombs are. Sorry?
They are not allowed. Or are
And overtaking is allowed, yes, no.
diving.
Diving is almost always not allowed unless you're doing swimming, right? So don't think about diving as, oh, is it allowed here or not? It's not ever allowed anywhere. So my point to you when I say dive into making moves is think about making moves at that point, not dive.
We have this penalty.
If you're risking your own life, just think about other drivers.
Don't be the guy who is going to be reliant on others moving away. Don't be that guy. The one time you find your match, you are both going to be out of the race. So don't do that, right? Don't rely on maybe getting or not getting a penalty and getting away with it. Just don't do that. It's a 45-minute race. Just put your heart into it. And at the end of the day, it's only going to be the most prepared and the ones who cope with everything that happens in the race that who's going to win. So
रेसिंग में नहीं कोई जानती क्यों पता है आपको ये किसी को तकलीफ नहीं देती जब ड्राइविंग करते हैं ना अगर ओवरटेक करते हैं वो हम्बली उसको रिस्पेक्टली जाने देते हैं उनको उनके है ना उनके कंपेयर टू ड्राइवर से अगर कोई ओवरटेक कर रहा है कुछ कर रहा है तो एग्रेसिव कभी नहीं होते इसके लिए उनकी कंडीशन बहुत ज़्यादा है अगर आप उनको देखोगे आपको रिस्पेक्ट का मना पड़ता है ड्राइवर फॉर्मूला 1 को भी देखोगे इनको भी देखोगे हो अगर सामने ड्राइवर गलती भी करता है उनको ज़रा आपने तेंदुलकर का देखो अपना खुद का एक इमेज बना कूल रहो किसी और का नुकसान करने के लिए खुद का इमेज डैमेज मत करो ये अवार्ड एक दिन का होता है लेकिन उसका जो होता है ना कि आपका एक डब्बा आपको लाइफ टाइम रहता है उसका एक ब्रांड भी होता है ये कभी नहीं करते आप किसी भी रेसर को तो इनको जान के उनको पूछो कि कितने हम्बल पर्सन है एज ए रेसर बहुत अच्छे है एक बात आपने इंसिडेंट बताया
So just be cautious is what he's saying, right? Just think about your own race. I get that you're a competitors and it's a race at the end of the day, right? The whole point is to win. to finish the race, then you win. So just have a clean race, alright? Don't do some time pass on track, right? It's not a local karting event. Please show what you have in your skill, and to do that you need to practically last for 45 minutes, right? Don't be that guy who puts someone in the wall because he did this to me on lap X, Y, Z. Just don't do that.
We are